From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN Noon News.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us on the Noon News. I'm Diane Parker. It's Friday and Miller has our weekend forecast. Plus, a Montana influencer makes it big in the mid-size fashion world. But first, our top story. A captivating conversation to cap off Women's History Month. We introduce you to the women keeping Montana running at the highest level of state government. MTN's Andrea Lutz sits down with the 5 most influential women in Governor Greg Gianforte's cabinet.
When you look around in this room, you're sitting next to pretty powerful women leaders right next to you. What is it like to be a woman in such a powerful position? Leaves you a little stunned, doesn't it?
It does. It does, actually.
Meet the women who keep Montana running. Chris Hagum, Chief of Staff.
I advise the governor daily.
Misty Ann Giles.
Well, I'm the first chief operating officer, which is proud to be a woman in this position.
Misty Cool, Director of Indian Affairs.
I'm very proud to work in an administration with so much strong female leadership.
Anita Milanovich, General Counsel.
I have 2 other JDs here with me, Lieutenant Governor Misty Ann, but I get to actually play one on TV.
And Lieutenant Governor Kristen Juris, whose path to public office as a woman seemed possible from a pretty young age.
I had an aunt who was a legislator. I had another aunt who was very involved in leadership. She was the first woman county attorney in the state of Montana, Louise Rankin-Gauld.
Montana's prime for placing women in leadership roles, electing the first woman to Congress, Jeanette Rankin, a pioneer in women's politics. And sometimes there were challenges along the way. It's something Rankin knew all too well.
I found out a coworker of mine, a male, we were hired at the same time, and he was making a lot more than me. But I went to my manager and we figured it out, and it definitely influenced how I chose to manage going forward.
The path to leadership is all about perseverance and sometimes perspective.
There's a challenge in front of me. How do I solve it? How do I work through it? How do I get where I want to go?
During this Women's History Month, a nod to the women who came before.
There's so many barrier breakers that I look up to. I would say primarily my mom. She is the epitome of resilience.
And a nod to Montana, too.
Being a Montana woman is a completely different breed. What do you think about that? I mean,
You're expected to be tough. You're expected to be brave, and you're expected to shovel your own snow. And there's not a lot of excuses.
16 women hold positions in the governor's cabinet, while just 10 of them are held by men, meaning these women make up the latest era of trailblazers.
In order to survive in Montana, we have to be partners with everybody to ensure that we survive.
Working with their counterparts, lifting each other up, and guiding a path for the next generation of women.
Sometimes we can be more genuine. When we need an ugly cry, we usually don't go to our male counterparts. We usually reach out to one another, and it's just really good to be able to work with other women in leadership.
This is only part of Andrea's 30-minute sit-down with these women. You can watch the full interview on your local MTN website. Meanwhile, a bill to prohibit state money from covering most abortions is likely moving on to the governor's desk. House Republicans approved HB 862 in a preliminary vote yesterday. It would block using state money for abortion except in cases of rape, incest, and when the woman's life is in danger. Currently, Montana Medicaid covers what's defined as medically necessary abortions. Analysts estimate this bill will affect about 700 abortions in the state per year.
As strong as our personally held beliefs may be, that tax dollars should not be going to pay for elective abortion services. I don't think that's unreasonable. It certainly hasn't been unreasonable for the better part of the last 40 years.
The state cannot legally selectively withhold certain benefits from otherwise qualified people simply because the state does not favor those benefits.
If the changes become law, analysts estimate the state will save around $300,000 a year. An update this noon on the Montana Highway Patrol trooper who was seriously injured last month near Eureka. MHP reports Trooper Lewis Johnson is settling in at Craig Hospital in Colorado. His health is steadily improving and he's completed treatment for medical complications related to his chest injuries. He's also started to use his manual wheelchair for mobility. Trooper Johnson was run over February 16th while helping Lincoln County authorities in a police chase. The suspect in the case is facing several charges, including attempted deliberate homicide. Eddie's Corner, the popular gas station and diner stop in Fergus County, is under new ownership. This after being in the Bowman family since 1951. But Joe Bowman says it is time to retire, so he sold it to the Singh family. The family owns a few businesses in Billings. The Singhs are planning to keep the tradition of the store alive while adding a full-service bar and casino. And that's a look at some of the day's top stories.
Positively Montana is sponsored by Yellowstone Valley Electric Cooperative.
It is time to get ready and get to know one of the most popular influencers for mid-size fashion. Meet 30-year-old Billings resident Kylie Nelson. She is truly making a mark worldwide, helping women with their confidence.
I'm 5'8" and my weight goes anywhere from 160 to 170. I never saw girls with my body type on social media.
My favorite part is, one, connecting with women and having them feel like their body is seen, and my second favorite part is creating the content.
Get ready with me, but today we're going to answer 10 questions with a local journalist, Diane. Ready?
All right, let's give it a go.
Let's do it.
What exactly is mid-size fashion?
Sizes 10 to 16 in the US.
How did you get to where you are today?
I'm from a fitness background. I was an ex-fitness coach. For a long time, my identity was through my appearance. Once I got out of the fitness industry, an identity crisis. I found my confidence through my wardrobe, and then I started sharing online.
What is your #1 message for women?
Have confidence in your now body and not your goal body.
I feel like this one is really important. What advice do you have for those bad body image days? Because we all have them.
I recommend having an outfit that's your go-to and all that you're going to feel confident in.
I love that.
If Nelson says it on social, it sells, with 14 million views a month on TikTok alone.
What's trending in 2023? We want to know.
Your dress, green is the it color. Bright, fun colors.
You can tell that I follow Kylie. What is next for Kylie Nelson?
To help mid-sized women show up, feel confident, empower them. I started a podcast. I did a whole blog brand, take over mid-sized fashion.
Those are some big goals.
Big yet attainable goals for someone who consistently gets collaboration requests from major brands like McDonald's and Good American, Khloe Kardashian's clothing line known for representing body positivity.
I love the late cut.
I have contracts, negotiations that I do as far as partnering with them.
I still feel like you're getting sucked in a little.
I don't think there's any mid-size fashion no-nos other than just being ashamed of your body. That's the only thing that I would say. Like, be confident, be proud, no matter what size, what shape.
A powerful message from a woman who's a 10 all around. In Billings, Diane Parker, MTN News.